have seen a lot of movies that features animals and their bond with humans. Obviously, the most common were Hollywood movies such as 101 Dalmatians, A Dog's Purpose, A Dog's Way Home, and others including Dr. Dolittle and even I Am Legend starring Will Smith. My first one watch must be either 101 Dalmatians or Dr. Dolittle. I come across a very few movies in Hindi circuit that does such a task. Examples include Entertainment, Dil Dhadakne Do, not per se a Bond but still, Bollywood classic Teri Meherbaniyan, and a small yet important role played by a German Shepherd in Salman Khan and Dia Mirza starrer Tumko Na Bhool Payenge. I am reminded of the music video of Marshmello's song Happier right now, with Bastille voice and Miranda Cosgrove act as a teenager finding happiness in her Labrador dog. I cried the first time I watched the music video and still feels like this whenever I see that music video and hear the song.
चार्ली, कितना प्यार करती हो मुझसे?
As I mentioned earlier, I have a really little and, to be honest, almost no experience in coming across wonderful movies in our Indian film industry featuring a bond between a human and an animal. 777 Charlie announcement and trailer gave me a feeling that this movie might bring a new trend for such movies with its impact on box office or basically excellence in creating such a feature film. I must tell you by the way that Kannada film industry, Malayalam film industry and Bengal film industry are those finest industries in our Indian film industry space that has a brilliant lineup of genuinely good artists, creative and technical excellence and unique story to tell. Credits to YouTube channel named Tried and Refused Productions, handled and operated by Anmol for this information through his different videos on his channel. As I stepped into the theatre, I knew it is definitely going to be one of the best human-animal bond movies and going to give me an emotional ride. That happened. It did give me an emotional ride. To be honest, like most commercially made action movies from South India and even Bollywood so often, this movie too had some glimpse into action, but not so much. And definitely no unnecessary show of action put for no reason. And most importantly, it was not as if the main lead is fighting 10 people at a single time and defeating them all with a single blow, which usually happens with most commercial action movies, only a few instances. Was the focus on the main lead too much? I would say it was not. In most and almost every commercially driven movie has an obsession to keep focusing on the male lead, following his narrative and almost make people worship him. In 777 Charlie, movie begins with a bitch. Yes, it's a female dog, and ends with a representation of a human-animal bond. Storyline in 777 Charlie might feel at times pretty predictable. I felt it's going to be a ripped off version of A Dog's Way Home, but it was not. Before interval, everything's going well and almost predictable to what's happening, but after interval, I too was having this constant train of thought, wondering what's going to happen. Basically, the movie has an element of surprise and suspense while giving twists a few times. The adventure that both bitch named Charlie and the main lead named Dharma ventured on wasn't just limited to a road trip. I won't give details, but seeing the movie and seeing the duo of Charlie Dharma coming across different scenarios and situations will definitely give you an adventurous feeling, that too with your pet. Wow. Acting by everyone in the movie was good. The comedy didn't feel forced. Neither the dialogues were sleazy or cheap to make anything funny, nor such characters were there who will act stupidly just to make audience laugh on their stupidness. Everything in the movie felt natural. Talking about natural, let's talk about the acting performances.
सर रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, हाथ जोड़ रहा हूँ सर.
About acting performance, I shouldn't forget to leave behind mentioning about two artists in front of the camera. First is the actor playing the role of main lead, named Dharma, whose real life name is Rakshit Shetty. I don't know much about him and have only read about him a little, only due to this movie. As of now, I haven't watched his movies. Seeing Rakshit Shetty in this movie today, I am excited to watch more of his work in other movies. I have heard about Rakshit Shetty's uncanny and unique choices of movies and his work as an actor. It was his acting in 777 Charlie that sparked emotions in me and worked as an outlet of, perhaps, what I am feeling. His acting was so genuinely good that we can feel his pain and happiness both with him, especially in the scenes where he is interacting with Charlie. From the moment I saw him rescuing a housefly drowning in his glass of water, I knew that Rakshit Shetty's character Dharma isn't someone emotionless as many would like to say. I know his character is closed off from people, but have great intensity of emotions, sensitivity, and a depth of empathy for everyone. The second actor, or better say actress who played so well in front of the camera was the bitch, female dog, who played the role of Charlie. I mean, I know real credits goes to the trainers, but hey, I'm talking about the one who acted. I don't know yet what's her actual name though, and also who were the trainers, but they did a marvelous job. I know that if it wasn't for this bitch to act so well, I wouldn't be laughing, smiling, and crying as much as it did today watching her scenes play out.
मीठा सा लोचा लिए तुम भागे टेढ़ी मेरी
Movie's technicalities were also good. Music, cinematography, and editing. Trio of these aspects made all the performances in the movie like putting icing on the cake or cherry on the top. I really like the idea all these technical aspects didn't make the movie too stale to watch, rather accompanied the story with great interest.
चार्ली, कितना प्यार करती हो मुझसे?
As aforesaid, I knew this movie is going to be an emotional ride for sure, and I expect to get emotional time to time. Obviously, it's a sweet, innocent, and beautiful movie about an animal who feels happiness in the life of a loner and antisocial guy who is a kind human being and an absolute sweetheart keeping love for everyone but trying to keep distance from people and is dealing with his trauma or depression. Can't say. Now, what I didn't expect was that I will be sobbing and crying so much even after movie ended that one of the guys sitting right beside me would have to give me his last sip of water to drink. Thanks to him, by the way, a real kind human being. 777 Charlie is out in the theaters. It's a wonderful and a really beautiful movie, and I would definitely recommend to go check it out on the big screens. I'm obviously not saying that watch this movie now and anyhow. Well, do if you can, but do watch when it will be available on OTT platform as it will also be having English subtitles then, making it easier to reach a wider audience who are ready to enjoy it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment anything you would like to share. I would love to hear you. Please share this video with your friends if you like it. This channel is in its growing stage and I will appreciate people subscribing to whatever they are watching and finding it a good content. Later.